Hey everyone, it's Nick the Toy Guy here with another review for you. Today we're going to be looking at Figma Leafa from Sword Art Online 2. This is an official one, you can see by the sticker right here. I also did get the bonus item, which we'll be looking at as well. So let's take a look at the packaging real quick and then I'll get her open. So we got her in the window box, you can see the different profiles that she has, her items, sword, sheath, and medallion. Got the embarrassed look on this side. More smiley face on that side, and the back package. Okay, real quick. All right. Okay, so we're back. So I got everything out of the package. So if you've never had a Figma figure, I don't think that you'd be starting with this one in particular, but this is what you typically get. You get a stand. With this series, there are fairies or pixies, depending on how you look at it. So they come with a set of wings, two different profiles with a bonus one in here, which I haven't opened yet, and obviously the one that she comes with on her on the figure itself. A slew of hands, and a unique one here, which has a actually holding hand with Kirito, which I have one nearby, which I'll be swapping out so we can take a look at that as well. A medallion, which is a part of the series. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll zoom in here. Has a nice cloth string to it, and her sheath sword, which has a nice finish on it. I know that, you know, there we go, focus. You can see that nice blade on there. And one of the unique things which I always love about Figma is the sword actually does not go inside the sheath. As you can see, there's just a little hole there. You can just pop off the handle and then match it up. Grab that off camera for a second. There you go. And of course, you have the beautiful figure here, which has all the normal, typical joints that a Figma figure has. Always their perfect sculpts that they have with his characters. Plenty of range, very tight joints. I've had a few knockoffs in my day, and there's just nothing that compares to the actual official ones. There's just something about the quality that comes through. Alright, so let's try swapping out some of the faces so we can get a look at those. And then we'll do the bonus profile picture. So here's the preview part whenever you take off a face. So start with the embarrassed look. They always do this so well to capture the likeness of the character in the series. So there you go, there she looks upset and confused. A lot of articulation, nice ball joint on the ponytail as well. Okay. We'll try the angry yelly face. We'll also put the medallion on in a minute as well. So see how that looks on her. Okay. Always good to, whenever you're using these figures, if you use the more angry or yelling face, if you're going to have them in flight, it just makes them look a little bit more dynamic, in my opinion, as opposed to the static face. Alright, so let's take a look at the bonus face. Now this was offered by only if you bought it from Good Smile, so sorry for everybody who didn't pre-order it. This is the first one that I've gotten of the bonus items. There was one for the other Sword Art Online 2 characters like Kirito and Asuna. So let's see what this one looks like. Very cute. It's more of a side look, like a smirk to her. Very nice. Okay, so let's put the medallion on next. We'll see how that looks. So we just pop the head off entirely. Let's see how this medallion looks around her neck. See if it sits well or not. It's always wondering whenever you get something that's like a thread instead of a molded piece. Ah, there we go. It sits fairly well. Looks a little big, if you ask me, for her chest. I probably won't keep it on her. There might be a hand that comes in the assortment that would hold it better. Let's try out the wings next. So with the wings, there's a hole in the dead center. So with the stand itself, if you're going to have her in flight, you actually just peg it through, and then on her back, just plug it in. Put the ponytail in between the wings, and you get a quick, put her back further for you guys to see, quick in-flight look to her. It seems kind of loose. There we go. That's better. We'll put the sheath sword in here. That fits nice and tight. Seems a little high up for my taste. Let me see. Just a little bit further down, I think it goes. Let's just pop her off for a second. That's better. Okay. Alright, so let's try the holding hands. Unfortunately, I just grabbed the Kirito off my shelf. He doesn't have probably a better looking face than the one that I'm going to use with the holding hands, because it looks like he's yelling at her. But here she is. A little bit of remnant plastic from when she came out of the packaging. Alright. So we'll just bring in Kirito over here. Oh, there he is. Alright, so I have him, this is how I have him on my shelf. He's all in a nice action pose with a little bit of the anger face. But, what can you do? Alright, so this is Kirito's left hand and Leafa's right hand. Alright, so we'll just move this sword down. We'll pop this hand off. Alright. We put the joining hand on him first. And then pop her hand off. So you get a nice, I'm sure with a lot more practice and a lot more posing, you can get a more fluid or more natural look to this. Get them mid-flight, get them looking more like they do in the scene. But as you can see, that the hands work pretty well together. I wonder if you could actually switch the hands, if this hand could fit on Asuna, because if you know the characters, you'll know why. So we'll put on a normal gripping hand for her. So that works out pretty well. It's a nice little piece to actually have if you want more of a holding hand style. It looks like this hand here which would be the left hand, can hold the medallion nicely. Yeah. The only problem with the medallion is this string is very firm. Let's try something out here. We'll try her. Bear with me here. I just pulled her out. We're playing with her together here, guys. Okay, that just sounded bad, but all right. Anyway, get the koi face off. And go with, say, with a regular face. Because that's what everybody loves, seeing somebody play with a toy online. So it looks like the medallion can actually fit into her hand here, like so. There we go. So that works a lot better than I think actually having it around her neck. Let's get Kirito back together here. And we'll just fiddle around with her one last time. We'll get a nice little action pose going here. And I'll give you my final thoughts on this this pickup. Alright, so forget the medallion because that's probably going to go back in the package. Pop out the sword. Like I said, this is a really nice feature that they do. Makes it really look nice as compared to some toys that have the actual blade go into the sheath of the sword. Makes the sheath look extra large. Could mess up the paint on the actual blade itself, which you really don't want to dull that paint. And like I said, we gotta swap off the face because she's flying. She's probably gonna be fighting. A little less range than I would expect from the shoulder, but I think that's just because of the way that her costume is set up. That it inhibits the range right up in here. Swap out this hand for another fist. Because I don't know anybody who's going to have these standing. The big, lore of this part of the series is that they have the wings. So I would not be surprised if anybody who has these figures would want them in flight. These wings do seem very loose. I'm wondering if I have them on upside down. Let me take a look. No. Pointer wings are up top, so that's how they're supposed to be. So we can get her into a more decent pose. Let's see what we got here. I always like using the back of the package just for a reference guide. Because, they're the professionals. They're the ones that know how to pose a figure to get the best look out of them. So take a cue from them and then make it your own. So there you go. There's Kirito and Leafa. All these wonderful pieces to put back in the box, or they give you a baggie to put everything in. I never use those things. So there you have it. That has been Leafa from Sword Art Online 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you pick her up. She is a fantastic figure with all these wonderful pieces. The only thing that is a little bit loose is her wings, but I think that's just from the sculpt itself. Yeah, pick her up. She's a great addition to the series. I'm sure that anybody who is a fan of the series already has hers ordered or will buy it regardless. So it's not really like me trying to sell it to you guys or to tell you that you need to get this, because once you have one of these, you know you're going to get the rest. So there you go. Enjoy.